Bind me, gag me, take me to the bunny ranch. People dying, kill me in the packing house. Even you have to win some.
This is the Culkin Mac. It's not the Mac Culkin. It's my favorite Mac. Yeah, no, so I have Tom Green on the show. He's great. He's actually really pleasant. It's funny. He's aged over the years. It's really weird. But no, he looks great. And yeah, no, I had him in the living room of my condo, and we talked about things and stuff. So enjoy, because he is a goddamn treat. Get like a bass line.
I can whisper. I can whisper.
Yeah, can you talk in a whisper? Yeah.
We're on the show right now. Yeah, I'll probably talk about it like that.
Yeah. So that. Yeah.
We should just mic check for the whole show. That'd be funny.
You know,
sibilance,
Sisyphus, syllabus,
syphilis,
syllables. So yeah, no, we're hot. We're live.
And you've got a cat also.
I have 2 cats.
Nice. I like cats too.
Oh yeah. I've always worried, because I do the podcast from here, that like I'm gonna have a guest who's like just like tragically allergic to cats, because I have 2 of them.
Yeah.
And one of them is a big fluffy white cat. You'll see him. But yeah, no, they shed.
Yeah.
There's dust bunnies around here. We do our best. God bless Brenda.
And the dog and the cat get along. The dog and the cats. This dog looks like a
stuffed animal.
What kind of dog is it? Yeah,
it's a Shiba Inu.
Such a nice looking dog.
Right?
I had 2 Siberian Huskies for 15 years, but they got old and
they died.
They died, yeah.
Yeah.
They died. Not to start off the show with, bringing the mood down with
I think
my
we should
dead
talk about,
dogs or whatever.
Yeah,
but,
no, I've had 14 cats.
Yeah.
And, that means I have 2 now.
Yeah.
That means I have a dozen dead cats.
Yeah, they come and go.
Yeah. It's like the wind.
Yeah.
Like a tay in the wane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Mr. Tom Green, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Macaulay. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I've wanted to meet you, but now it's nice to meet you. I've wanted to interview you. I'd like to interview you someday.
Oh,
because
yes.
I interview people as well.
Well, I don't really interview people. We just talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want to actually interview you someday, not today.
Oh, really?
You can interview me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What kind of things are you gonna ask me?
Oh, just about life and Hollywood. Hollywood. You grew up in Hollywood, right?
Yes. Okay. Good.
I moved here when I was 29.
A wee lad.
I came to Hollywood when I was 29.
A wee lad of 29.
Yeah. Moved to New York first from Canada.
Were you doing the show
on MTV?
And that was a New York based thing?
Well,
it was originally from Canada, right?
Yeah. I moved out to New York, and then I moved out to Hollyweird. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like it here.
Yeah, I like, it makes me soft.
Yeah.
Out here, the weather.
Yeah.
Like it's an easy lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's no seasons. There's
Absolutely.
just kind of some weather. Sometimes it rains.
I'm from Ottawa. Ottawa is that my phone?
No, that's me. That's me.
I'm from Ottawa, and Ottawa is very cold. Makes New York seem balmy.
Yeah, no shit.
It's have you been to Ottawa?
I have not been to Ottawa.
It's a freezing cold place. Coldest national capital in the world.
Really?
Colder than Moscow, so they tell me, on some days.
Oh, is that a Wikipedia thing?
Yeah, absolutely. I say that to everybody. I'm not even sure if it's true, but it feels that cold. It's definitely colder than Toronto. And, when you're in a city and other Canadians come there and say, wow, it's really cold here, then you know it's cold. When other Canadians are cold.
Yes, exactly.
But it was a good place to grow up. And but I do like it here because I get to avoid those winters. I don't go home in the winter anymore.
Yes.
I go home in the summer.
I've done that thing in New York where it's like the witch's tit cold in New York, and then all of a sudden, like I'm just like, you know what, guys, I'm going to come to LA for a couple of weeks to visit you.
Yeah,
and really, I just don't want to be in the cold anymore.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I just don't want to do it. So I can't even imagine what Canada's like, let alone if New
now, have you
bad.
been to Canada?
Yes.
You must have shot some films in Canada.
So I was arrested once.
Okay. Here we go.
In Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And now every time I try to get a work visa there, they stop me at the fucking border.
Wow.
Every fucking time.
Are you serious? Really?
It's the worst thing in the world. Yeah, no. The last time I was, I
So you're not
did-
allowed to go to Canada?
No, I can go.
You just have to sort of negotiate with the border guard every time?
Every fucking time.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was, I was arrested like 15 years ago. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, like I had some pot on me. Like,
Yeah.
God bless,
Yeah.
And when I was flying out the last time, they said
Legal now, too.
right? No shit.
You were ahead of your time.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I'm not ahead of the curve. I am the curve.
Yeah.
And so the last time I was flying out, I got busted at the gate or security, the TSA, because I had too many lighters in my bag. And so they took some lighters out of my bag.
Yeah, yeah.
And they said "Oh, when are you coming back?" I said, "Never."
Yeah.
I am never coming back to Canada, and I haven't been back since. Yeah. No, I can't put it all on the TSA agent. I guess the whole country, but still,
It always puts a taint on something when you get stopped at the border. You blame the whole country for it
yeah, no shit.
because we don't like authority.
Yes, exactly.
And when an authority figure says, "Hey, you can't come in here," then you blame the entire country just because this guy. Because Americans say this to me all the time. Because they say, "Oh, the border guards are real hard there." I go, "You know what? It's just as weird coming the other direction when you're not American."
yeah, yeah.
You know,
they give us proper shit.
Yeah. But I think that border in general, the Canadian-U.S. border, is more policed and enforced than
Than
in many
any other border.
war-torn countries.
Yes.
It makes no sense. Because I just did a tour of Asia with my stand-up comedy. I basically, that's what I'm doing most of the time now as I tour doing stand-up. I'm going to Boise, Idaho today, actually.
Really? Oh, yeah. I was wondering why you want to do this so early.
Yeah, I'm flying out this afternoon to
Yeah,
Boise, Idaho.
Oh, look at you. Because by the way, audience, my place is half packed up because we're moving.
Yeah.
And it's 11 a.m., which is really early for me.
Yeah.
And I have Tom Green in my living room.
It'll probably make for a good show, though. A little sort of
No,
grogginess,
it's perfect. Oh yeah, no, believe me, I'm half a me. I'm a half a Mac.
Yeah, that's good. But is that a glass of apple juice there? Or
Yes.
You're waking up with a nice glass of apple juice.
You know what? Listen, I drink some wine during my podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter if it's 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, I listen. I've worked.
I'll have a glass of wine if you got one. Do you
you
got
want
one?
one?
Yeah, I'll have a glass of
Oh,
wine with
see,
you.
fuck yeah.
Can we ask your guy here to get one?
No,
This guy?
No, fuck that. Actually,
You pretend he's not here?
I should have asked you if you wanted something to drink.
No, it's okay. I don't want to ask. I don't want to. I'm just kind of. I just figured since you're having a glass of wine.
You have a flight to Boise.
Yeah, I got a flight to Boise.
Yes.
I didn't even want to say you were drinking wine because I wasn't sure if you talked about that on the. So I said apple juice just to be respectful to your privacy.
I heard what you did. And I
Yeah,
liked it.
but then you acknowledged it was wine, and then the subject of wine came up. So now I'm just straight up asking for.
I saw what you did, and I liked
Yeah, it was basically a long, winding road to get a glass of wine.
Jerky, I beat jerky also.
That'd be good.
Jerry's Deli.
Morning wine.
Yeah, morning wine. I know it's not even noon yet.
Cheers,
Hey,
Macaulay.
cheers
Thank you.
to sucking all the dick in the world.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. It's a new one.
It's very fruity,
Very good. Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I know. I've been switching over to white wine lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the daytime, it's nice.
Yes, right? No
It's a
shit.
daytime thing.
Yeah, daytime.
Southern California.
You're going to Boise. Have you ever been to Idaho before?
I have. Yeah. I have.
And
I like it. I like Boise. It's
Yeah.
kind of an artistic kind of community
Really?
there. Boise is. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of an artsy kind of community. Boise, college town.
nice.
Yeah, I like Boise. I've been to every state in the U.S.
When I was on tour with my band, we would do that thing where, I would write down all the states. Everyone would write down the states they've all been to. And
Yeah.
So we try to kind of nail those. And Idaho was one of the ones that I was lacking.
Yeah.
The rules were you were allowed to have driven through the state, but
Yeah.
you couldn't have flown into the state and just did a layover there.
Right. Exactly. You can't just be at the airport.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And,
I did the same thing the other day for countries. I made a list the other day of countries I've been
and
to.
where are you at? Do you have a vague number?
I'm at 40.
Yeah, that's good.
40 countries.
That's
yeah.
very good.
Yeah. I just did a tour of Asia.
I was just about to say you're huge in Southeast Asia, I'm sure.
It was all American and British audiences, basically expat audiences.
Yeah.
So they do a tour over there for people who are looking for something to do in English.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
Yeah, no, love it. Love it.
But I didn't include countries that I just stopped at the airport on a transfer.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've been to South Korea, but I haven't. Yeah, I haven't been there.
That's cool.
It's incredibly cool.
Now you could have
honestly,
you could have a
great.
second list with that included, though, because it almost seems like it should be included
Yeah, a
now.
B-list.
When you mention that,
There's my big white cat right there.
guys.
I know. He's a big dude.
Hey,
I know. That's apples.
apples. All right.
And then there's dude. But yeah,
Right,
I have a big fluffy white cat.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm very proud of my fluffy white cat. What can I say?
So nice. Yeah.
I know. I'm actually getting him a brother cousin for my mother-in-law.
Okay.
Essentially, yeah. It's from the same mom and dad, but not the
Okay.
same litter. So
Oh.
I don't know what to call it. So I call it like brother cousin.
Brother cousin. Yeah.
brother cousin.
Same mom and dad, not same litter. Yeah. That would be.
Kind of brother.
That would still be a brother.
It'd still be a brother, but at the same time, he's also not.
You
gonna
can't
be,
really compare it to humans because humans don't have litters.
Yes, well,
but if you're from the same mom and dad, it's still a brother,
My
right?
mother had a litter. I mean, there's too many Culkins. I swear to
Yeah,
God.
but all at once.
Yes, no. Yeah, we just sprang from her.
Yeah.
From her stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I am third of 7.
Oh, okay, yeah.
How about you? What do you?
I have one brother. Yeah.
You have one brother.
Younger brother. Yeah.
Younger.
Joe. Yeah.
What's
lives
the
up in Ottawa?
What's the
He's
the
like
age
3 years,
difference?
2.5 years younger than me.
How do you feel about your bits that you do on your family? Like, I remember you did listen, this is one of my favorite bits that you ever did. Is that Where's My Dinner?
Yes.
That one.
That was the one that my parents, or my mother specifically, likes the least.
Yes, no shit.
Because she was upset by that one.
Yeah, no, I mean, you pretty much accused your father of beating your mother.
Yeah.
I made statues.
Yeah, I mean, it was so
Honestly,
absurd. It was so absurd that I knew no one would ever believe it because of the way they reacted and the way
honestly,
I
it
asked.
spoke to my soul.
Yeah.
It really did.
But and we made statues, and it actually was really more the sex statue that really I think
I could
offended
see
my
that
mother.
one,
I
yeah.
think she was sort of embarrassed that not so much of the sexual content, but more just I think saddened that her son would put statues of them having sex on the front lawn.
That you sprang from her loins.
Yeah.
But
But that's the one I'm not really sort of that they don't like to see, I guess. I can talk about it. But the reason that show actually aired on MTV, and that was really the first prank that I pulled on my parents after we moved to MTV.
You were aggressive about it too. I mean, that was a course of like 2 days.
Yeah.
That wasn't just a
That's true.
one-off.
That's
that
true.
was
We did the interview first.
Yes.
With the graphic questioning.
Yes.
And then we came back and followed it up with statues to demonstrate the questions that were asked. Yeah. Well, but what happened was I didn't.
God bless your parents, I swear.
Yeah, they're doing great, by the way. I'll tell them you said hi.
Yes. Tell them Macaulay Culkin says hi.
They'll be very excited to know that and they're big fans.
Oh, great.
We watched you growing up, as we all did, as everyone did.
Yeah, I watch myself in the mirror every morning. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But no, that's cool.
Yeah. No,
It's cool to meet you.
It's cool to meet you too.
I've known you my whole life.
I know, right?
Everybody probably has. So
You know-
you're used to this. You don't even probably need to talk about that, right?
Well, no, I mean, like, listen, I don't even know myself, so
Yeah.
it's great. Everyone else knows me.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
but it's a cool thing.
It's cool. It's cool drinking white wine with you at
Thank you. Thank you,
11:13 a.m. on a Thursday.
Thank you, Macaulay. I appreciate it.
We're doing it. We're doing
Good to
it.
get started early here before my flight.
You notice I left the bottle out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just like if we need a refill,
That's good.
shaboing. You know what? It's not even corked. It's one of those twist
Screw top.
offs.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a screw
Trader
top.
Joe's special, probably,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. Are you kidding me?
I
No,
love Trader Joe's.
that's
At least it's not a $2 chuck.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have a handle on it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. It's not in a box.
So, okay, can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
You had testicular cancer.
I did. Yeah, absolutely.
How many balls do you have right now?
I have one.
You have one ball.
One ball, yes,
You're-
absolutely.
you're one
Yes.
ball in it right now.
One ball, yeah. They took the other one. It had cancer in it.
Oh, really?
Was eaten by cancer.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So they had to remove that.
I remember not believing that you had testicular cancer.
Oh, okay.
Because like you did such absurd kind of stuff.
You're going to have to take my word for it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, you actually showed your surgery.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, no, that was actually like a thing.
It could have been video trickery, But
Yeah,
yes,
well,
I do.
exactly.
I had testicular cancer. My show was on MTV when I got it. I just moved to LA. The show was doing real well, and had to basically quit the show to go deal with that. So that was why the show stopped, and it took about a year of medical sort of stuff. But we did film the last show of the Tom Green Show was filming the whole surgery and dealing with the early stages of the cancer.
Getting your sack cut.
Yeah, well, they don't cut the sack, Macaulay.
I was going to ask you.
They don't go through the sack.
I'm actually fascinated by this.
My scrotum is completely intact.
Yeah. So, what is the process? Do you have like an implant? Like, I mean,
no, I do not have an implant. I was given the choice. It was an elective, and I elected against an implant. Yeah.
Okay, so
everyone's getting these fake nuts these days.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Like, kids these days and their fake nuts. I swear. Like, you're the real deal.
They cut you up sort of just in your abdomen.
Yeah,
and they go in from above.
Oh, they go in from above.
And they shuck it out like an oyster.
Did you get to see it afterward? Did you get to see your cancerous ball?
We went and filmed it. I was actually bedridden and sort of unable to walk. Actually, no. Actually, that was a later surgery. That was a few weeks later when I got that surgery. I couldn't walk.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, I just didn't bother to go looking at it, to be honest with you. But no, I had a lymph node dissection later, which was more invasive for the cancer also. It was
like this kind of a similar
well, they
thing?
go in there. No, it was the same. It was all for the testicular cancer. It all happened over the same amount of time. But they had to go in and check if the cancer had spread. So they had to cut you open to check and all this kind of stuff. But no, I did. We did send our camera in to look at the testicle, but I actually never looked at it myself.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw it on video.
I would love it to get, being like a mason jar, like on a shelf.
I did think about it for quite a while. We asked, and they would not give it to us.
Really?
They were legally not allowed to give it to us.
It's a biohazard. Yeah, that's what they tell you.
Trust me, we asked.
Yes. Oh, believe me, I can tell. I know. I'm familiar with your work.
That's cool. I think that's cool that you are.
Yeah, of course. No, you kidding me? Your shit from like the late '90s, especially like that stuff, like. Killed me.
Yeah,
that's why I didn't believe that you had like ball cancer.
Yeah,
I mean, like you were
right.
You were this generation's like Andy Kaufman, except you lived through your cancer.
Exactly. Yeah. Rest in peace, Andy.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought it was a hoax. Some people thought it was a hoax. Not a lot. I wouldn't say a lot, but people did think that did come up, but it wasn't.
It's still a thing. It's still a conspiracy theory.
Is it really?
Andy Kaufman's like
Andy Kaufman's still
alive.
Well, that would be nice.
But also your ball.
That would be the all-time greatest prank of all time if Andy Kaufman walked into the Comedy Store tonight and did a 30-minute set of stand-up.
Well, you can always book Tony Clifton. Yeah, you can always get a Clifton.
Yeah. I would love that.
So I am. I went to high school and actually middle school with Eddie K. Thomas.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So
Freddie.
He's Freddie.
He is Freddie. Yeah.
He's the one who got fingered.
Yeah. Well, no, he was just falsely accused. Actually.
I know, but still.
Yeah. He actually never did get fingered.
I know. But
I falsely accused my father, Rip Torn, of that as a means of getting back to him.
Which is also. I mean, we need to talk about Rip Torn. Also, there's a lot to get to.
I love Eddie K. Thomas. He's so great.
I've had him on the podcast before.
Yeah, I love him. I just think he's such a great actor. I just love his deadpan delivery, and he just really,
we tease him about being fingered, even though he wasn't.
Yeah,
but that's the whole that's the
yeah
that's the gag.
Yeah, it was cool. I got to write and direct that crazy movie and cast it.
It's kind of a Dadaist masterpiece. It really is.
Well,
where were you, man? Because that shit is like fucking stupid crazy.
Yeah. I just at the time, I think I just had for whatever reason, it was just the right time, the right place. The show was doing great on MTV. I had enough sort of naivety, I think, to think that I could actually sort of demand that I get to direct and write the movie, which I basically did.
Like a fucking Orson Welles over here.
Yeah, and then I argued quite extensively with the studio about protecting the sort of integrity of the insanity of the bits and
hooves.
Yeah, all of that, everything, every little detail was important to me. There's a musicality to hooves, listen to my hooves. Listen to them cloppity clop. I like that kind of stuff. Just oddities in there. And, all of the stuff. Daddy, would you like some sausage? There's a musicality to a lot of it. The backwards man. I kind of like this sort of musicality to the writing of it. And then, just trying to make the scenes as silly and crazy as we could possibly make them.
Honestly, it felt to me that you had like a blank check, essentially. Mm-hmm. And you're like, it felt like a little bit of fuck you. You're like, yeah. Oh, you're gonna let me do anything I want. You're gonna let me off the leash.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is the Tom Green that you get.
It was sort of purposefully meant to be sort of almost mocking comedy movies.
That's what I thought.
By taking things a little bit or a lot further, right? Because I was getting asked at this sort of brief window in time, which I, for whatever reason, thought would last forever, was getting asked to be in movies like every day. They were asking me to be these big movies. Big movies have come out, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to do that when I'd read the script. And I was sort of thinking like, well, this isn't crazy enough, or this is a little too mainstream. I want it to be crazy,
Yeah.
So I stuck to my guns and I went to write this, and we wrote that instead and didn't do the other more mainstream ones, and we went for it.
So what was the second movie you did?
The second movie, well, actually, that was the second movie. That was the second movie. The first one was Road Trip. Road Trip was the first one.
No, I'm just saying, did they ever ask you to write and direct again?
I did never write and direct again. No,
there we go.
No.
That's where
I was in a few more as an actor or acting or whatever you want to call it.
I remember Road Trip. Yeah.
Yeah, Freddie was the second movie. I did not write and direct one immediately again. I would like to do that again, though.
I know. Honestly, I think Freddie Got Fingered actually has like a weird momentum to it, or a weird kind of a fan base right now. It's been
kind of crazy the last few years, actually.
Yeah. Like Lindsay Ellis, she actually did a really fantastic review. Those guys at Red Letter Media, they actually just did a review of it.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah. Actually, they're on the podcast immediately before this one.
Oh,
so
okay.
There you go. Yeah.
What's up? Thanks for the review.
Yeah, thanks, Mike and Jay. Thanks for the review. But yeah, no, actually, it's taken on a momentum. 15 years later, 18 years later.
Yeah, it's really kind of cool because I tour doing stand up. That's pretty much every weekend or every second weekend, something like that. I'm out on the road in a different city, telling jokes on stage, and I get a significant amount of people shouting out lines from the movie at my shows, and people often, people come up to you on the street and they talk to you about your movies.
No, what's
and
that
stuff.
like?
Yeah. So it's like this is sort of the one that was supposed to be the one that didn't work, but really it's the one that comes up in conversation more than anything, more than the TV show or anything. So
I don't want you to sell the farm, but what's your favorite joke that you do in your stand-up routine? Give me a joke.
I just kind of...
Like I said, don't sell the farm, but give me something.
It's kind of like how you say, I don't really interview people, it's just a conversation. That's kind of what it is. It's a conversation. I don't really tell jokes so much. It's sort of subjects that I talk about. I talk about like our addiction to social media and how we're stuck on our Facebook pages. I try to make an argument that married people should not be on Facebook, and then I sort of talk about how, it sort of encourages infidelity and all this stuff. So there are jokes, there are punchlines, but there is
I was going to say, so you have to have some structure.
There is an element that's important though that you need when you do stand up, which is an audience full of drunk people.
Yes,
so
exactly.
That kind of helps.
There's a reason why there's a 2-drink minimum.
Yeah, helps the joke.
Yeah. Well, but you don't go like, "Hey, ma'am, like, where are you from?" It's not that kind of improv-y.
I do some of that. I like to talk to the crowd in the beginning. Usually I'll ask people,
"Hey, woman from Boise.
Yeah.
Why are you in Boise?
Yeah. Or what do you do for a living?" I used to like to ask some general questions to start a conversation with the crowd.
Yeah, but I'm sure you have a couple of aces up your sleeve. Is what I'm saying.
No, there's like routines, I guess you would call them.
Yes, exactly. Tight 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I actually never did the stand-up thing. I've written a lot of jokes, but I don't do them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I give them away.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
I have some lines, like I'll have a line, I'll say, remember when you were a kid, you could tell who the other kids were who were the children of alcoholics? Based on the ones who carried their marbles to school in that purple velvet whiskey bag.
Yes, the
I got
Royal
some
Crown
lines.
bag.
Yeah, the old Crown bag, the Canadian whiskey bag.
I want to give my kids all the things I never had. Like a stepfather.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
Now, have you done stand up?
No, I haven't. That's the thing. Is I write jokes for other stand up people.
Well, send them my way.
I know.
You're writing them and not using them. I'll use them.
Yeah. No, honestly,
I've got no problem with using other people's jokes.
Yeah. Right. No shit.
As long as they're offered to me.
Yeah, no,
I don't go borrow like one of Joe Rogan's routines without asking him or anything like that.
Yeah.
He doesn't like that kind of
Well,
thing.
Mitch Hedberg's not returning my calls, so I don't know. I'm still waiting to see if I can use his stuff.
Yeah. Did you know him?
No, I didn't. I didn't. But
you must have known pretty much everybody, right? Have you met everybody?
Yes, I've met everybody. Actually,
Have you met every famous person?
I was actually thinking that the CIA should have recruited me.
Yeah.
Because
You met everybody.
I've met a lot of people.
Yeah.
And from like other famous people to diplomats and presidents.
Yeah.
And things like that. Like, I should be Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. Like,
Yeah.
Actually, I should fake it.
Yeah.
Listen, spoiler alert, guys. I think at the end of my life, I'm going to do what Chuck Barris did.
Yeah, that's cool.
And kind of just fake this
You
whole
may
entire
already
thing.
be a CIA agent.
Yeah, see, honestly, this is my cover right now.
Yeah, you say you are. No one would ever think you were.
No one think I actually was. You know, Mhm.
Genius.
Yeah, no, believe me, I know.
Yeah.
I know I'm a genius. but yeah, no, I've been very, very blessed to meet a lot of people. Well, look, I have Tom Green in my living room right now. That is full of cats and covered furniture, things covered in plastic.
That's the fun thing about doing a podcast and interviewing people.
You can do it anyway.
Is you get to meet people and have a conversation with people that you might not otherwise have actually sat down and had a, because when you meet somebody in passing or at a cocktail party or whatever, you might have a 5-minute conversation, 10 minutes if you really get into it, but you don't sit down and talk for an hour,
No
with somebody.
shit. You know who I'm hanging on next is Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
Right? I know,
Yeah.
right? I can't wait. Actually, I'm friendly with him, but still, like I have snake questions for him.
Yeah.
I know. I think he's the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Should I get a
I've not
Cobra?
met him. I've interviewed a few wrestlers over the years.
Who do you got?
I've interviewed Stone Cold,
Oh, cool.
Steve Austin.
He seems like he's either always in character or he just lives his character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he very much is sort of
either he's putting
similar.
up a front or it's just like that's just naturally who he is.
Because I did a web TV show in my living room for many years, and people would come up to my house as well.
I know, you're
and-
really proud of that. I know.
I loved it. It was fun. It was
It was the same show except
more of a talk show though. It was more of a podcast.
yeah, it was exactly.
Like the show on MTV, I didn't really do the interviews, but this one was sort of.
Were you having a hard time getting guests?
No, it was just honestly, it was all about the stuff on the street. The MTV show.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
It was sort
it
of
was a man on the street stuff.
because the show on MTV was 30 minutes long, and we'd have 7 field pieces in it. So it was really we'd come back to
Yeah.
the studio, and then I'd throw to the next.
It'd just
clip.
be your friend laughing in a window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend Phil. What's up, Phil?
What's up, Phil?
Macaulay Culkin says hi, Phil.
Macaulay Culkin says hello,
Yeah,
Phil. Hi, I'm Macaulay Culkin. I love when it came to the man on the street stuff. It was. I know people found this offensive, but I thought it was freaking hilarious. Was when you bought condoms.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And you're like, talking to the lady behind the counter.
Right, so that was one of the earlier bits. That was
How do you
shot
feel
up
about
in-
this being around my cock later?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Honestly, fucking genius.
Yeah. I actually didn't actually even say cock. I
Yes.
just said, considering we both know where it's going to end up.
Yes. No. Honestly, you're classy dude. Classy dude.
There was sort of a line I always found that was important to straddle with the show to keep it just on the edge of not being mean or not being rude. Because if you get people flustered or confused and you haven't really done anything actually mean, then it's funnier.
Yeah, they're with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. It was I guess mildly crass.
Yeah.
You could say that.
I always felt like if you take it too far over that line, which I think is actually a mistake that a lot of young people today are making on YouTube.
These kids today.
Yeah, they go out and they pull pranks, but they sort of don't really understand sort of the nuances of what I consider to be the art of it, or the nuances of it, where they go out and they just try to go crazy. And I think if it crosses over on you as the instigator are now being mean, Now you have no one has any sympathy for you when someone starts yelling at you. You deserve it. So then it's not funny. It's funnier. It was always sort of, to me, was sort of I was a skateboarder, so it was always sort of, for me, was like a means of getting back at those angry security guards that would tell us not to skate on their property and stuff like that. It was sort of a, our
the joke is that they're not in on the joke, not that you're joking on them,
and sort of taking on somebody that was in a position of power. Now, I know today it might not seem like that condom bit was, but that was the cashier at the pharmacy. So that
she was asking for it.
When you're 17 years old, though, the cashier at the pharmacy or the grocery store, or the person that's working in the store is the person in the position of power, and you're just the kid that doesn't have any money and wants to buy something. So this was our middle finger to the poor cashier who was just doing her job.
The poor cashier who was just doing her job.
I was living in my mom's basement at the time, so she had a job. She deserved it.
But you married Drew Barrymore.
That's right.
Yes.
You must probably know Drew.
Yes. We worked together when I was 7.
Yeah, absolutely.
We worked together when 1987.
How old would she have been at the time?
Probably about like 10 or 11.
What
12.
movie was that?
It was called See You in the Morning.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I've not seen that one. Actually,
it's very forgettable.
Yeah.
I'll
have to run out and watch that.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Is it available on download somewhere?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I can look it up now, but I'm not even. I actually don't even care to.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's how much I care about that one.
Yeah, that's cool. But, yes, I was. I met Drew. The day I moved to Los Angeles. Actually, not the day I moved. The day I came to Los Angeles for the first time when the show was on the air. I met Drew because she called us and asked me to be in Charlie's Angels. That's how I met Drew.
Yeah.
So it was cool. And I got to be in the movie Charlie's Angels. How cool is that?
Right. Exactly.
So I'd literally been doing my show. She was a fan of the show. And she called up the show and said she wanted to meet me. And so I went and met Drew, and she asked me to be in Charlie's Angels, and the rest was history.
Yeah, I was going to say, then it was bang session from that point on.
Not immediately. Not immediately, Macaulay. I know that's the way you Hollywood guys do it. But
No.
I was from Canada,
Listen, I'm being crass now.
Waited well, so I want to say exactly how long we waited, but
yeah, exactly. No,
it wasn't that day.
It's not that podcast. Don't worry about it. But I think one of my favorite things from that whole thing was when her house burnt down.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that was her favorite thing.
No, I know, but
for sure, or mine. But yeah,
but your reaction to it.
Right. So that was a weird situation. Yeah, because basically we were almost killed, really, pretty much.
I know. That's what I mean. Yeah. I'm making light of a situation.
And the media showed up at the house.
Yeah.
And this was before the internet had video on the internet.
This was before TMZ even existed.
Yeah. There was no. It's amazing to think that things have changed so quickly, but there was no video on the internet at the time. It was just web pages and blogs.
There was no YouTubes.
Yeah. There was no. So you couldn't watch video on the internet. So people didn't really see that, but the local news showed up, and this was her house. I'll talk about this for a bit since you asked. I don't talk about this much, but
I know. That's why I let you know that. Please.
But she had just lost everything. Right, this was her house with all her belongings. The whole thing burned down. It was insane. We watched the whole house burn down in front of our eyes. We could have been killed. The dogs woke us up. There was a burglar an alarm system was going off. There was one of our dogs, her dogs, Flossie, was on the other side of the door barking. Woke us up. We wake up. We look down the hallway, and the entire house is on fire.
Smoke or fire?
Flames shooting 100 feet out of the house.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, this was this old all wood kind of farmhouse converted into a house kind of thing.
Because it was in the hills. I remember that
up in Coldwater Canyon area.
Yeah.
And so we'd probably only been dating for maybe, I don't know, maybe 6 months or something like that. I don't know. And so I was, staying at her place. I'd been renting another place, not far from here, actually. I'd been renting a place over on Barry Drive, just around the corner.
Oh, Barry.
Yeah, nice place.
Well,
nice,
look at
nice
you,
little place.
fancy pants.
Yeah, MTV rented it for me. They gave me a budget to rent a house because, they moved me here.
MTV gave you a Barry budget.
Yeah. It was a sweet. It was a sweet place. It was.
Yeah.
It wasn't an enormous house or anything like that. It was just a cool little pad, But
you woke up to like little flames. So usually it's smoke that comes first.
Yeah. Well, see, the other end of the house started on fire, so it was basically had been probably burning for I don't know, half an hour or something.
Jeez,
And then we were down at the opposite end of the house, fortunately. So, we run out. The fire department comes, and my parents were there too, staying in the guest house. My father I'd brought my father down to California because he was actually going through prostate cancer surgery. He had just had prostate cancer surgery at the same hospital that I had just been in.
You had ball cancer and he had ass cancer.
Yeah,
there you go.
at the exact same time.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, prostate cancer. But yeah, so basically...
Close enough.
Yeah, so basically he was there. He had tubes coming out of him. He had just had a surgery. I had sort of been recovering from my surgery. The house is burning down. We watched the whole house burn down. She's, of course, devastated because she's lost everything, all of her, all of her possessions.
All of her stuff. Yeah.
All of her stuff. And then the sun comes up. We're still there in this sort of ashes or simmering ashes of this place.
It's still burning. Yeah.
And we're interviewing with the fire department. And by now the media has sort of crowded around the house.
And then I just remember...
So we had to pull out of the house.
Yes, this is what I
remember. And the fire hoses were across the road. And I was driving my new Porsche that I just bought, because that's what you do.
Look at you when we have an MTV show.
That's what you do. You go buy a Porsche. So I was driving my new Porsche.
And say Porsche one more time.
My new Porsche.
There you go.
It was a 911. People always say, was it a turbo? No, it wasn't a turbo. It wasn't a turbo. But it was a cool car.
Oh, it was a 911?
Yeah, 911. Yeah.
Too soon.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey-oh.
So anyways, I had to slow down to cross over the fire hose, and the cameras all came around, and I actually would say I regret this to this day, but
it seems like you regret this, but
yeah,
I
was trying to kind of
make light.
I was just trying to lighten the mood because I knew that Drew was devastated by what had just happened.
Yeah.
Rightly so. So I said, the house just burned down.
Oh, honey, look, what do you know? Yeah. The house just burned down.
Yeah. And then we drove off, and the media filmed their little moment.
Honestly,
and I think we both basically probably started to cry immediately after that.
I'm sure.
It was this completely horrible situation. And then we went and checked into the Beverly Hills Hotel and got some caviar. And,
I was going to say, you could do the fanciest fucking thing possible. Yeah. That's what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we didn't get caviar. Honestly, but it was a real bummer, obviously, and I feel real bad that happened. It was an electrical fire.
I was going to say what caused it. Yeah, it was just
bad wiring in the walls. And
you don't have a regret of I shouldn't have left the toaster plugged in. I mean, it literally is just
nothing like that. Yeah,
it's just one of those things. Yeah. Force majeure. Yeah, that's what the insurance people would call it.
Yeah. So. Yeah, but, normally I would have totally switched the subject and not talked about that, but because, Macaulay, you asked, and
because honestly, your reaction was hilarious.
And Drew, so I figured, since you guys are friends, you did a movie when you were 7 with her?
Yes.
I figured I'd tell you that story.
All the way back to 1987. Yeah. No, it's, like I said, your reaction was freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
It was stupid hilarious.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like, oh, honey, the house burnt down. It's like, did you know? I didn't know until the photographer showed up.
Yeah.
And now I know. Our house is burning down.
Yeah. It was sort of a little bit
honestly,
of a F you to the cameras, too, because it's like, come on, how disrespectful is that to somebody who's just lost their home to come in and stick a camera in their face? But you know what? What are you going to do? I think she understood. I mean, because she laughed when I did it. And then we drove away and just kind of
cried.
Couldn't believe. We're in shock. You're actually in shock.
No,
you're in complete shock when your house burns down. It wasn't my house, but I mean, when you almost die in a house fire, you are in some sort of shock, and so you kind of everything slows down. And it had been at a very odd couple of months too, just with all of the stuff going on in my life, with my dad being sick, with me being sick. So it was just kind of like one of those periods of time in my life where sometimes I think, wow, that's amazing. I can't even really believe I got through that because, unlike you kind of got used to being in the public eye very early. So it's probably all right? Whereas for me, I never met somebody from a movie until I was 28 years old. And I was like a kid and
was
growing
it Rip
up.
Torn?
Yeah, it was probably when I was directing my first movie. It was the first time I ever met like another actor. Pretty much.
Yeah.
So it was a different kind of thing. I didn't really know how to necessarily behave in those first initial couple of years while I was down here in LA.
But yeah, I mean, I think your instinct was to kind of just be you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you did.
Yeah.
I'm going to refill you.
Sure, yeah. Now you got me talking about this.
Yeah, exactly.
Might as well start drinking.
Yeah, at a girl.
I need a shot now, too.
Oh, yeah.
I saw you smoking cigarettes also.
Yeah, do you smoke?
I will.
Do you want?
Yeah.
Oh, I would love a cigarette
I'll
now.
smoke a cigarette with you.
Oh, fuck yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get my cigarettes.
Yeah.
Let me get my ashtray.
I don't smoke regularly, but I mean, hey, man, I'll have a cigarette with Macaulay Culkin in his pajamas. His pink pajamas with bunny rabbits on them. Yeah, absolutely. So you've had some high-profile relationships yourself, haven't you?
I mean, I guess so.
Since we're talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been teased about that. Yes. Yep. There you go.
Thanks.
And
Parliament.
There you go. Parliament.
Oh.
Yeah.
How's that? How do you find that it makes it easier dating someone who is in your profession in the public eye, or is it harder because you're both sort of doing the same thing?
Like I said, I've been teased about that, and it's kind of like it's like, oh, you only date like beautiful women kind of thing. And yeah, I date beautiful women.
Yeah,
like what? There's nothing wrong with that. That's what every person wants.
Absolutely.
Kind of thing. It's like look, if you're an accountant and you date someone in your office, it's not looked at like sideways.
Yeah.
So it's the same kind of thing. It's like look, no, look, we have the same profession. Like we can speak the same language.
But do you find there's any pitfalls to it? And is there any things that's not good about it? I mean, obviously, there's lots of stuff that's good about dating a beautiful actress.
Yes, yeah. I just love that statement in isolation.
Yeah.
It's just, there's a lot of good things about dating a beautiful actress.
I find it can be hard. I actually sort of have avoided it since, to be honest with you. Not that I've had beautiful actresses throwing themselves at me, but I have maybe walked away from that potentially possibility a few times.
Scene. Yeah.
Well, I just find it can be competitive.
It can be. I've had
people are going out for roles and stuff. And it's like, oh, you got a movie
let me
and
just
I
put
didn't.
I'm gonna be
and then there's jealousy. And whereas maybe it's easier to date a kindergarten teacher or
No
a
shit.
really hot accountant.
I always say that. It's always, I want a hot kindergarten teacher. I have
Right.
a friend of mine who actually is dating a really hot kindergarten teacher.
Nurse or something.
Yeah,
nice.
a
a normal job.
And she's wearing like hot glasses too.
Yeah.
It's like, I was like, oh, just like, yeah, there you go. That's boom. The last thing I wanted to do was like date a co-star, but but no.
Because there's A-type personalities and, people that are like performers. Maybe it's better for a performer to go with someone who's more of a B-type personality, someone likes to sort of be in the background and be a supporter of that.
Yeah, listen, actually, I'm actually the one who actually prefers being the purse holder.
Yeah.
I enjoy Brenda being at the forefront, and I hold her purse.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's what I enjoy.
That's your current relationship you're in now?
Yes. Her name is Brenda. That's what this.
Did you say your cat was named Brenda also?
No.
Oh.
This is who's
what was the cat's name?
Apples.
Apples?
And Dude.
Oh, Dude. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Apples and Dude, and that's Panda.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Brenda.
But, Brenda.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been going out?
I call her Duh. Yeah, she loves it.
Cool.
She was like, everyone calls me B. I'm like, cool. Duh. So we've been going for almost 2 years. Next month will be our fuckiversary.
Congratulations.
So, thank you. Yeah, it's good. 2-year fuckiversary. Things are going good. We bought a house together, so you can see like everything's like kind of like being semi-packed up right now.
Amazing.
We're working on a baby, doing that kind of stuff. Like, yeah,
amazing.
Yeah, I know.
I don't smoke, so I dropping my cigarette.
Oh, believe me, there's ashes all over this house.
I'm having a baby. Drop my cigarette.
Oh, Jesus. You don't have any kids?
No kids.
No kids?
I will do that.
That you know of?
Not that I know of, yeah.
It's the one ball thing?
No, I can still have kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everything's working fine.
I remember
for
you
asking.
actually had to masturbate into a cup before you got your ball surgery.
You do have to do that, yeah.
Yes.
I did that a few times. I have.
You masturbated in a cup a few times?
Yeah, I've done it since, too, just for fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not even like for anything to do with it. And I just toss the cup.
Just this morning.
Yeah, and I just toss the cup.
I mean,
That's what I do. I keep a Dixie cup dispenser beside the bed.
Yeah,
and I just.
I'm meeting with Macaulay Culkin today, so let me just yerk this into a cup real quick. Yeah.
I wasn't watching Home Alone while I did it, but
no, of course not. No, Home Alone 2, though. That's a different story.
But you worked with Rob Schneider, right?
I did,
Yes,
actually.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, yeah.
Actually, we were.
Rob's brother is my manager.
Oh, really?
I have a manager, like
You
a
have
baseball player.
I was gonna say, this is wear a uniform.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We meet in the dugout every morning and discuss our next move.
Chewing chaw and everything. Yeah.
So what? Are you going to be still in LA? The house? So you're moving into this neighborhood,
I mean,
sort of.
it's right in the same.
So we'll have to hang out off mic sometime.
Yeah, I would like that.
It'd be fun. Go down to one of our favorite restaurants around here.
Do you have a lady?
You know what? I am newly single.
Oh,
Yeah, newly single.
It's because she was ugly, right?
Yeah, I just I couldn't take it.
She was ugly and boring.
Yeah.
And that was why. You
No, I'm
broke
sure
up.
it was probably something to do with me. Actually, is the reason we're not going out because of me. Probably.
That's exactly the way. That's the way I feel about all my previous relationships.
I feel like I had
I'm pretty
something-
sure I'm the asshole.
I must have had something to do with the breakup. But
Maybe just a little something.
yeah, more than 50% my fault.
Okay, cool. So you'll literally be a third wheel. Like me and Brenda and you will go to dinner.
Yeah,
And,
well,
yeah.
I'll find a date. I'll bring a date.
Oh yeah. You know what? I'll find you a date.
That'd be good. Yeah.
But it'll be on Craigslist.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
That's fine.
you okay?
Whatever. I just want to go hang out with you guys.
Yes.
Have some beers. Have some Mexican food or something. You like Mexican food?
I'm all right with it.
What's your favorite kind of food? Sushi? Do you like a lot
I like the sushi.
of good sushi around here?
Yeah.
What's
it's
the best sushi in Los Angeles?
It's at WA.
Mm.
WA. It's very, very good. I can't talk about it enough. Blue Ribbon's very, very good as well.
Okay. I've not been to those ones.
Yeah, no, these are aces. I'm honestly, I feel like I'm selling the farm right now. I'm telling everybody where I go.
I just had sushi in Japan with Andy Milanakis.
He was a big Pizza Underground fan.
Yeah.
And yes, we had a relationship with him. Let's put it that way. Look, he actually hosted one of our shows. And everything
Cool.
like that.
I love Andy. So, like, I was just did this tour of Asia, and
he's a guy who gets carted everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
He gets carted for a carton of milk.
Absolutely.
Because he looks like he's 12 years old.
Yeah, I love Andy. We just had a good time in Tokyo on his Twitch stream, walking around on his live streaming Twitch feed. And then we went and got some amazing sushi. He's a bit of a sushi connoisseur. He swears that Sushi Gen is the place to go in Little Tokyo here. I've not been there either.
I didn't even realize we had a little Tokyo out here.
There's a little Tokyo here, yeah.
Look at that.
It's very little. So little that you didn't even realize it was
no
there.
idea. It's microscopic.
I also love Parks Barbecue in Koreatown. Have you been there on Vermont?
No, I haven't.
Have you like Korean barbecue? I'll take you guys there.
All right.
I'll take you guys for Korean barbecue.
Do they cook it in front of you, or they?
Well, yeah, right on the table. Yeah.
That's what I
and
like.
it's the best one because it's got charcoal on the grill.
So the smell too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'm all
Nice
about
charcoal grill.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of anything that's Benihana's adjacent. I love it when they cook your food in front of you. Like that's my thing. Whenever with my band, we used to at the end of every tour, I demanded that we go to Benihana's afterward to celebrate. So,
That is so cool. You making new music now?
No. Honestly, it was we weren't even making music. I think that's a very loose term or whatever. Look, we did parodies of the Velvet Underground, so it wasn't we were writing the music or anything like that. It was just
sick.
Listen, we would rhyme mushrooms with mushrooms. That was where we went.
Those two words rhyme.
Yeah, no shit.
Perfectly, actually.
Yeah, right? they perfectly rhyme. No, I was just talking to the lady last night about this, and talking about different cities that it's I've been to Madison, Wisconsin, that kind of somehow Madison, Wisconsin came up in a casual conversation.
Yeah.
But I've been there.
Yeah.
And then I realized no, actually I've been all it was a good excuse to go over the whole country.
Yeah.
Essentially. So multiple countries.
I can name all the presidents.
I can too.
Can you really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Should
we
Yeah.
go back to back, or I'll name one, you name one? Or?
Do you want to do it in order?
Yeah, in order, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. George Washington.
Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. John Adams.
Yeah, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson,
Madison.
James Madison, James Monroe,
And then you got Adams again.
John Quincy Adams. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's you.
Yep.
Now it's you. I said Adams.
Andrew Jackson,
Van Buren.
Martin Van Buren. You do know all the presidents.
I know,
love that.
I don't
I've never
fuck
met
around.
another American that can name all the
Yeah,
presidents.
I know. Believe me, I know it's
William Henry Harrison.
He died in 30 days. And then you got Tyler.
Yes, John Tyler. Yes.
Yes, I know.
Okay, then it would be.
That's what I mean. Don't fuck with me when it comes to presidents. I know what's up.
It would be James K. Polk.
Yeah, Polk. I think was after Tyler. And what are we at? We're at 10.
That's 11.
That's 11.
James K. Polk.
So 12. Is that Pierce?
Zachary Taylor.
Oh, there you go. Taylor, then Pierce.
Then it is Millard Fillmore. Then Franklin Pierce.
Yes, because Millard Fillmore, he's 13. He's like the unlucky president.
And then James Buchanan.
Yes, who is considered, short of Trump, the worst president. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think he's Trump's favorite. No, Andrew Jackson is his favorite.
Yeah. No. God fucking bless everybody. Jesus Christ.
Then Lincoln.
Yeah, of course. Then Lincoln. You got Jackson, and then you have the generals.
Andrew Johnson after Lincoln.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Johnson. Sorry, I said Jackson. Then you have all the generals afterward. You have Grant.
Is Ulysses S. Grant, Rutherford B. Hayes, James Garfield.
There you go.
Then you would have yourself
Chet.
Chester A. Arthur.
Yeah, good old Chet.
Grover Cleveland. Benjamin Harrison.
And then back to Cleveland again.
Twice non-consecutively.
Yeah, the only one.
Yep. And then you would have yourself a William McKinley.
Yep. And then that's when we start getting to the modern era.
Yeah. Theodore Roosevelt.
Yeah, you get Teddy R.
And
then
William
Taft.
Howard Taft, Woodrow Wilson, Warren G. Harding, Calvin Coolidge,
Hoover.
Hoover.
There you go.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Lyndon Johnson. Truman. Lyndon Johnson.
No. Truman goes to Eisenhower.
Truman Eisenhower, yes, of course. Eisenhower. Then
Kennedy.
Kennedy.
And then Johnson,
Nixon.
Nixon. Carter.
Yeah, we can do it now after that.
Yeah, Carter, Reagan.
Yeah.
Bush.
Yeah, we missed Gerald
Clinton.
Ford too, but yeah. Gerald
Oh
Ford.
yeah, we skipped Ford.
But we know it.
But honestly,
We
you
know
know
it.
what?
As a Canadian, that's not bad.
Honestly, as a Canadian, listen, this makes me hard right now. Okay,
It's not why I offered to do this.
Yeah, no, but still,
Get the Dixie cups.
are you? Get everyone, get the Dixie cups out because I'm sure that was the most enthralling part of the podcast.
Well, I just became a U.S. citizen 3 months ago.
I was going to ask that.
So I had to. So this skill I have is a newly acquired skill of naming the presidents because you had to.
You had to do another test.
You had to do a test. So I went a little. You didn't have to name them all for the test, but I went a little. I got a little into studying the history, and then I just thought, hey, it'd be cool to know all the presidents. So.
And then you did it.
I did it.
I did it.
Yeah.
Is this a recent thing?
Yeah, just 3 months ago, I became an American citizen. So I sort of, over the last year, I've been kind of like reading about it and just trying to memorize the presidents.
Did you watch any shows? Because actually, there's a show called The Presidents. That's how actually I learned everything in order.
Oh, okay.
Like,
That's cool.
I can give you like a 5 to 10 minute synopsis now.
Yeah, the next thing I need to know is I need to know a little bit about what each of them did. I don't really know what they all did. So.
Oh, yeah, no, Polk is awesome.
Yeah, he was a Mexican-American war general,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Oh, not a general. That was, you're thinking of Taylor.
Zachary Taylor, yeah.
Yeah. But no, he was the one who
started the war.
That war.
Yeah.
And also he set the border between Canada and the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, you're welcome, Toronto.
Because of him,
Yeah.
neither of us can cross that border now.
Yeah, no fucking shit. Yeah. Do you have a record?
I do not, actually.
No, you do
I've
not?
never been arrested.
No?
Can you believe that?
Yeah. You're living in L.A. Do you smoke pot?
I don't really.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. I'm not a real big
Honestly,
pot
the
guy.
14-year-old, 15-year-old version of me would be like, oh, yeah, like, cool. Like,
Yeah.
I can't wait till I'm 38 and can smoke all the pot I want in a state where it's legal. I'm like, nah, it's like, I don't smoke pot.
People always assumed that I was high when I did all the stuff on my show. They'd say, "Oh, you must have smoked a lot of weed when you were doing that." I was like, "No, actually, I wasn't even really drunk, to be honest with you."
Yeah.
It was but I do drink a fair amount though. But I have cut back on the booze in the last couple of years too.
Yeah, I'm kind of there too. I mean, look,
I think I'm a bit older than you, right?
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 47.
Yeah. No, you got 9 years on me.
9 years older than you,
I'm 38.
So you're gonna hit like a period in the next couple of years where the hangovers start. It started for me about 5 years ago, like when I was like 40 something. My hangovers just started really not being very pleasant at all. And when you're traveling all day, and you're doing stand up at night, and you go out after the show Friday night and have a few too many Jameson shots, and then the next night you're still hungover on stage, it's just not pleasant. So
yeah, no, you don't have to twist my arm.
I only drink at 11 in the morning now while I do podcasts with Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but no, you don't have to twist my arm. Believe me, I already know. Like it's caught up with me.
Yeah.
It's caught up with my kidneys. It's caught up with my stomach.
I'm not trying to take the fun out of it. I mean, you'll know when it's too much, right?
Yeah, no. There was one morning I came out here and I just grabbed a big thing of Gatorade and just chugged it so hard.
Yeah.
And I put it down and I was even out of breath. That's how quickly I drank it. I went, hydration.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend now, she just is constantly always going, hydration. So, yeah, because it's like she heard me talking to myself about like how hungover I was.
Drink the Gatorade before you go to bed at night, too.
Look, I used to be able to pound a bottle of whiskey a night.
Yeah.
And I don't do that. You know what I mean? I have I have some glasses of wine at work.
What's your whiskey of choice?
Woodford.
Okay, yeah, Woodford Reserve.
Yeah. You like the Woodford? What do you do?
Jameson is something I like.
Yeah, honestly, it's once I switched to Woodford, it became a little bit more. Honestly, I was always kind of a sipper anyway, but like that stuff is a little sweeter.
I like the Balvenie Scotch and the Macallan Scotch as well.
There you go. I was
Those are
gonna say, you like your brown liquors.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Bourbon has always been a little tough for me. Woodford feels a little bit like bourbon. Is it a bourbon?
Yeah, it's a bourbon. Yeah.
So because I had some real bad experiences on the Jim Beam and the Wild Turkey when I was a teenager. So for whenever it's that sour mash kind of bourbon, southern bourbon taste, that sort of brings me back to
I had that with tequila.
A really bad night on a canoe once in Canada. Where I was going
to say, everyone has a specific story.
Yeah.
Believe me, I have a story about vomiting tequila forever.
Yeah.
And now I just don't drink tequila because I have this one story. You have a bourbon story?
Yeah. Well, basically, I was with my friend Phil, who was the guy who drinks the coffee in the window and behind me on the MTV show.
He was the guy with the dark hair in the window who just laughs.
Best friend for years. And we went on a canoe. Decided, we were kids. We were like in our early 20s or something. And another one of those smokes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's happened.
Early 20s, and we thought, okay, let's go paddle. Look, this is what you do in Canada. Let's take a canoe out to this island, and we'll camp out over there, and we'll drink. So,
it's cruising, but in a boat.
Yeah. So we had 12 beers, and we had a bottle of Wild Turkey. And for whatever reason, just me thinking it would be funny, on the way to the island, I flipped the canoe over.
That's hilarious.
And we saw the case of beer sink to the bottom. I thought it would float, but it didn't float.
But
we still had the bottle of whiskey
beer,
in our backpack. Had still the bottle of whiskey, so we ended up.
It's full of beer. That's why it didn't float.
I figured there'd be some sort of air bubbles in it or something.
Yeah.
Just watched it disappear into the darkness, the abyss. So we ended up having nothing to water down our whiskey, so it was a bad night.
Some scuba diver was really, really lucky.
Some lucky scuba diver found a case of Labatt's Blue, Molson Canadian. I think it was Molson Canadian.
Oh, yeah, classic.
Well, this week was kind of interesting for me. I've been guest hosting the Larry King Show. So he asked me to guest host
the show. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, so I've been interviewing people all week. I did 10 shows this week. They're airing now.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Did you block shoot them, or was it 10 straight days?
We block shooted a few a day, and they're airing. So this week I interviewed Anna Gasteyer from Saturday Night Live. Great new movie, Wine Country, right now on Netflix. And
I haven't seen that yet, but the trailer looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah.
Interviewed Andrew Dice Clay, who's a good friend of mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very good friend of mine.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. yeah. Got to come hang with Dice and I.
Me, you, Dice. This will be great. I'll bring my girlfriend. It'll be great.
He would love it. Have you met Dice before?
I have not. Actually, I think he's a sweetheart, probably. Right? If you're friends with him, he's obviously a nice guy.
Very nice, yeah.
Jake behind you was like, I don't want to hang out with Dice.
I interviewed Henry Rollins this week, which was super cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Super cool, yeah.
Did you do some slam poetry for you?
We talked about that. We talked about his spoken word shows. He doesn't like to call it spoken word. He calls it talking shows. He calls it
talking shows.
Yeah. And I was a skateboarder. I grew up, fan of Black Flag and punk rock music, and I was more into hip hop. But
did you have a chain on your wallet?
I never had a chain on my wallet.
No.
I never did that.
No, okay.
No.
Yeah.
I had friends who did that, and I goofed on them for doing
that. That
it.
came later. Yeah. That was before your time.
Yeah, I mean...
Or after your time.
Yeah, I never did the chain on the wallet, but maybe I'll start doing that now. That'd be a fun time to do that now.
Honestly, I'm thinking about, I just want a chain. I want 15 chains on my wallet. Just shaboink boink. Actually, they won't even be attached to my wallet either. It's kind of just, no, I'm doing it for the style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why people did it, right? It's not really because people thought that someone was going to snatch their wallet and they run off with it and you can't go anywhere.
Gotcha.
It's on a chain, sucker.
It's on the loop.
Didn't know that. You didn't expect that to happen.
It's on the loop of my pants.
Yeah. But I bring it up because I would love to interview you on the show.
I would love to.
That'd be so much fun.
No, listen,
you keep it totally fun like this.
I'm always tit for tat. So yeah. No,
it's in the neighborhood. He does the show in the neighborhood.
Oh, fantastic.
In Glendale. So.
Oh, fantastic. No, I'd do it.
Yeah.
It was actually on my bucket list was doing Larry King. And so I did Larry King twice.
Yeah.
And one of them, our episode was cut in half because something happened. Someone got shot somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
OJ.
It was
The OJ Bronco chase started. Macaulay, you're going to have to go. The biggest story in the history of CNN is happening.
There's a white Bronco driving down the street.
Yeah. It could have been, right?
No. I did it in the 2000s. I was in my 20s.
Okay.
Back when I was beautiful and had floppy hair. Yeah.
So do you play a guitar then?
No, I don't.
Okay. You were a singer in the band?
Yeah, I was a singer, and I played maracas and tambourine, and I played kazoo.
Nice.
Yeah, no, honestly, I'm a multi-instrumentalist, really. If you wanted to, Wikipedia, seriously, update my page. I'm a multi-instrumentalist.
That's cool. Because I have an album on vinyl that came out this week. It's coming out.
I just listened to that track, the Friends with Drake.
Yeah. I did a video for it. We shot a video in Asia on my tour.
I just saw it.
That's cool. Yeah, it was fun. I had a lot of fun doing it. Well, Drake is Canadian. I'm Canadian. I was in a rap group when I was a teenager.
What was the name of the group?
We were called Organized Rhyme. And,
it's like Digital Underground, but lamer.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. We were definitely lamer than Digital Underground for sure. I love Digital Underground, but we were the same era, exact same year. Actually, I think our album came out as the Humpty Dance, but maybe a year after. but so I have a little recording studio I've built in at my house, and I make music, and just for fun, it's my hobby. So
Yeah, you still do it?
I do enjoy doing it. Yeah, I just kind of record tunes. And
you had the bum song or whatever.
The bum song.
The bum song. Yeah.
I basically like recording engineering. I like, all the new technology and using Pro Tools and drum machines and, samplers and microphones.
But do you play anything?
I play a little guitar and a little piano, but not well. Really, I'm more into the programming on the drums.
That's what I'm saying. Cause, I'm actually pretty okay at producing music, but I can't play it. It's kind of one of those things where I'll talk to a guitarist and I'll be like, "Oh, do the part where it's like ding ding ding," and they're like, "Oh, you mean the arpeggio?" I'll go, "Yeah, the arpeggio." Yeah, I don't have the actual vocabulary.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's also I know what I like, and I've pretty good taste.
I just love it. I love microphones and all sort of different kinds of preamps and compressors that you can get to make everything sound like a record. So that song, I Want to Be Friends with Drake, I recorded that at my house and did all the engineering with my friends. So it's pretty cool. It's a nice hobby. It's a lot of fun.
I have a Taylor Swift guitar over there.
Everybody go listen to it, by the way. If you want to listen to it,
yes,
it's called I Want to Be Friends with Drake. It's on the front page of my website right now, tomgreen.com. And my goal is to be friends with Drake.
So I have a Taylor Swift guitar over there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That little guitar over there?
Oh, yeah. So I bought it. I bought it at a charity auction, and it was signed by Taylor Swift. And nobody at this kind of comedy, auction wanted to buy a Taylor Swift signed guitar. And so John Mayer was in attendance, and I was like, I'll do it if John Mayer signs it. So, but then it became, I'll buy it if anyone in the audience that I want will sign it.
Yeah.
So now I have a guitar signed by Taylor Swift, John Mayer, John Stamos, Bob Saget, Norman Lear,
Wow, cool.
and me. As soon as I got home, I signed it.
You signed your own guitar.
I signed my own guitar.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So I'll have you sign it at the end.
Well, if you'd like me to, I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah. Well, believe me, Norman Lear signed it, so obviously it's already ruined.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What a genius. Huh?
I know. Listen, we've gone a good solid freaking hour, and I know you have to go to fucking Boise.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is amazing. I'm so stoked to have met you and to have done your podcast.
I know. Well, honestly, we should actually literally do dinner. We
live close by in the neighborhood.
Exactly.
Let's do it for sure.
Let's do it. Do you want to pitch anything other than TomGreen.com? Doug, do you have any social media, any kind of projects?
TomGreen.com. My social media is Instagram, Tom Green, Tom Green Live on Twitter. I'm on tour, so if you're listening around the country, everyone around the country, I'm going to be in Naples, Florida,
and
Nashville. I'm going to be in Boise this weekend. I don't know when this posts, but maybe this will.
It'll probably be after.
I'll have already been in Boise, but I'll be coming up in Naples, Nashville, Huntsville, Alabama, San Francisco. I'm going all over. Just go to the website.
I was gonna say it's everywhere.
Yeah. And then I'm guest hosting Larry King right now, and maybe Macaulay will come be my guest over there.
Honestly, ask me and I'll come.
So watch for that. You don't skateboard, do you?
No, not really.
So that's the other thing
I was
doing
busy.
lately.
I was busy when I was a kid.
Yeah. No time to skateboard. You had to work.
Yes, I was. Get to work, kid.
Well, I just got this electric skateboard that is so cool, and it's so fast. And so
is it gas powered? What is it?
It's electric, full electric.
right.
It charges up it's like a Tesla. It's like a Tesla
It's a
skateboard.
little Tesla skateboard.
Yeah, it's called Boosted. Actually, is the name, but it's this amazing board, and it's using that same technology as all these scooters that you see littering all over the city. But so often I'll be out, just booting around town on that too. So I was saying, if you skated, we could go skating too. But we'll just go get Mexican sushi.
Well, yeah, we'll get sushi, and actually, you can show me what an electric skateboard actually does.
It's fast. It goes 25 miles per hour.
Fuck.
It's got a range of 14 miles.
Okay.
It's dope.
I actually have helmets in the house, so I'll bring a helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might. If you don't skateboard, you should probably either wear a helmet or not even try to skateboard.
I've ridden a skateboard.
Yeah.
I used to have a skateboard in my apartment in New York, and it was one of those things where I had to get rid of it because it was one of those things. It was cute at first because it was like we'd all be smoking some pot or whatever, and then rather than kind of just passing the joint, you put on the skateboard and just push it across the room.
Nice.
It's good.
It's a good use for a skateboard.
Honestly, no, it's good. It's good. Yeah. It's good stuff. A lot of friends, we'd all be getting stoned and then drinking a bunch, and they'd start riding the skateboard.
Yeah,
and you know what?
A lot of broken bones.
It's my insurance can't cover all that kind of stuff, So I just hid it in the back. Now I just use it to move furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's great for
and
that.
Kind of just I put a dresser on top of it, and then I just wheel it across the room.
Great use for a skateboard.
Yeah. That's my skateboarding experience. But thanks for being on the show. I'll do an outro later. Try not to suck too many dicks between now and Boise.
Thank you thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
I will try not to.
All right, cool. But if you want to, it's totally cool.
Okay.
Just send pictures.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
Absolutely. Thanks, Macaulay.
Wow, so that happened. No, Mr. Tom Green was fantastic. He's sitting in the middle of my condo, and it's half packed up, and we're living out of boxes right now. And no, he was very, very kind. Came over. Not only did he let me smoke cigarettes, he smokes my cigarettes, so it was great. No, he's actually a gem. And we talked about having dinner together. That's totally going to happen. That's right. So thanks for coming to the podcast. If you got this far, I'll give you some of the info. Check me out on the Twitters. I'm at Incredible Culk on the Twitters, and on the Instagram, I am Culkamania, at Culkamania, because it's a pun. You get it? And also, listen, leave us voicemails, because that shit's hilarious, and we'll actually play them. We're actually short on voicemails, so if you actually do call, we'll actually probably will play it, because we're desperate over here. The number is 845-393-4629. That is 845-EZE hoax, because that's also hilarious. And we had a great time. Okay, I'll see you next episode. Bye.
said it's 845 Easy E hoax. It might sound dumb, but it's not a joke. It's 845 Easy E hoax.
Yes, I love the show. I wish I was on it. I have a lot to say, plus Macaulay Culkin and I are in the same age. Plus I have a lot to talk about. I have a major fetish, a spanking fetish. I wish Macaulay would give me a good spanking. All right, peace out.
Hi, Macaulay Culkin. I love you and your podcast. And yeah.
Hey guys, I'm listening to your podcast right now. I'm stopped at a train on my way to dance class. And I can't believe I have to correct two 30-something-year-old men. But Stu, Pebbles and Bam Bam was a completely different show than the Flintstone Kids. And I've never even seen either one of those shows. So get it fucking right, Stu. Love you guys. Bye.
Find me, gag me, take me to the bunny ranch. Find me, gag.
Oh my God.